maybe in a conversation over dinner. You know, where have you traveled to? Where would you like to go? What's on your bucket list? Things like that. But that creepy, oh, how would you like to go to Paris? How would you, ew, like, bye. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Ashley. If it's your first time here, please subscribe. And if you're returning, welcome back. Okay guys, so check this out. Y'all know how I come through with the tea, with the game, all that, right? So I want to share something with y'all, and you know, I like to ruffle feathers. That's what I do. So I want to tell y'all how to know if a guy is running game on you. Now this is very, very simple, okay? In the beginning, when a guy likes you, there's a lot of phone calls, there's a lot of texts, there's a lot of communication, consideration, time being spent, you know what I mean? So if you notice that at any point the effort starts to slow down or stop, that's a red flag, okay? Let alone ghosting. Ghosting can happen if you give the buns up too early. Ghosting can happen if you don't give up the buns at all. Ghosting can happen for a various amount of reasons. I just want y'all to be aware that motivation should be consistent. You know what I mean? Don't ever feel bad for saying to a man like, look, you were doing X, Y, and Z in the beginning and now you're not. What's up? Now, if you mention these things to him and he you know, changes up the tempo, okay, you're golden. You know, he's aware of it. He's like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, babe. I didn't know. I've been working so much or whatever. Then you're good. If he does not, you need to let it go. Let it go. Okay? He's not interested. He got what he wanted and it was all a setup. It was all a scam. So chuck that one up to the game and move on, girl. Don't invest too much too soon. That's a whole nother video. Another thing that I cannot stand, and this is one of the things that I can see it now, but when I was in my early dating stages, you know what I mean, I could not pick up on this for nothing. For the life of me, I couldn't pick this up. And it's almost like now I can see myself outside of my body as myself now, and I'm like, girl. Anyway, so another thing that guys tend to do is the idle plans, the idle gifts. Basically, it's something to get you excited, keep you alert, you know, salivating for more. Like, oh my God, he said he was going to do this. He said he was going to do that. And I remember my mom would say to me, she would be like, but did he do it? Did he follow up on that? And then you think about it, you know, at first you want to deny it because nobody wants to admit that they are getting ran, okay? That somebody's running game on you. But it's game. And a lot of us fall for it. I know some girls out there don't. Y'all be like, look, what's good? Purse first. You know what I mean? But if you don't know, then you just don't know. I mean, there's only so much that you can learn from your parents, because let's face it, when our parents are telling us stuff, like I told y'all before, in one ear and out the other. It's only when you get a little bit older that you start to think like, oh, I should have listened to that. Oh yeah, I value that. You know what I mean? But, you know, they kind of dangle things like in front of you like, oh, how would you like it if I took you down here? Or how would you like it if I do this? And there is a way to nip that right in the bud. Okay? So how you want to nip that in the bud when they start all that, you want to call their bluff. Okay? And I'm being so serious. Now, you got to be prepared for whatever comes after that, but you got to call their bluff. Let them know that you know they're BSing and that you expect them to do exactly what it is that they said that they were going to do, because you're not going to pacify me. And when you do this, you get a name, you get a title. It's called bitch. Guys don't like this. So if you can't handle it, and if you can't like stick with it, then don't even do it. Because a lot of guys will say, oh, well, you know, you're hard. I got called hard. You're too hard. You're too complicated. You're too difficult. It's like, okay, good. You know what I'm saying? You want to sit up here in my face all day long and sit on my phone all night long, right? I could be reading a book. I could be starting a business. I could be, I don't know, writing in a journal, doing some self-care. You want to take up my time to whisper sweet nothings to me on the phone? No, Jack. And I'm telling y'all, I fell for this so bad. So what you got to do is call their bluff. When I say call their bluff, for example, what's up, girl? You know, you've been looking real good. You know, I was thinking, how would you like it if we went to Niagara Falls? What if I took you to Niagara Falls? How would you like that? I mean, yeah, I would like it. When we going? Hold on real quick, babe. Hold on. Yeah, hold on one second. Let me check my calendar. Hold on. Check your calendar, babe. What you mean check your calendar? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm available on Saturday the 22nd. Yeah. Okay, I'm telling you, it works like a charm. It works every time. Call them on their bluff, okay? Because that's when you're gonna see who's ready to plan with you, who's playing around. Like, nip it in the bud from the jump. But if you want to be a pick-me and you want to, you know, not call them out on their shit and just listen to whatever they say, never get the things that they tell you they're gonna get, they can string you along for years, okay? It's not even funny. You will get strung along for years, you basically living off of a dream. He sold you a freaking dream and you bought it. And a lot of times it's not even, sometimes people have full intentions on doing whatever it is that they say they're going to do, but you know, if they don't plan for it, if you're not a priority to them and they don't plan for these things, I don't feel like they should even bring it up. Maybe in a conversation over dinner, you know, where have you traveled to? Where would you like to go? What's on your bucket list? Things like that. But that creepy, oh, how would you like to go to Paris? How would you ew, like, bye. You know what I'm saying? Either put the ticket in where's my itinerary? Are we staying at the Eiffel? Where are we staying at? Yeah, how many nights of pajamas do I need to bring? Okay. How many wigs? Like, girl, okay? Because what's going to happen is you're going to fall in love with the thought of these things happening, and they never happen. So, like I said, call their bluff. Let them know that you're hip to the game. And if they call you too hard and they say you're too complicated, then good. You just dodged a bullet. So, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I know this was a short one. It was just something that came to my mind earlier, and I definitely didn't want to forget to tell y'all these things. A lot of y'all probably already know this, but just to confirm your thoughts, yeah, you're absolutely right in doing that. There's nothing wrong with it, and you're not hard, okay? You're smart. Sorry guys, I gotta make moves, but you know, and if you're a guy watching this video and you feel like I'm just coming down on you or whatever, most of the time I am, but understand that because there's so many y'all out there that just like to play games with bitches, it's like, no, sis, they need somebody to let them know. But understand, like, a real man's not going to be offended by anything that I say. A real man is not going to be so in his emotions and feelings that he tries to pick apart everything I say and take everything I say out of context. That's the first thing. Second thing is, some of you guys, you do mean what you say. You do mean that, you know, you're trying to figure out what a girl likes so that you can do that. But please understand, some women, you have to be a little more creative with your approach, because if not, it's going to seem like you're just running game, especially if, I don't know, 9, 10, 12 months go by and you still haven't followed up on what it was that you asked her. Like with me, and I'm gonna brag a minute, like with me and my boyfriend, he writes things down that I say, because it got to a point, like, he's human, he's gonna forget whatever. Now everybody's not gonna do this, but he writes down what I say in like a little green book or whatever, especially things that I mean, when you write something down, that means you're gonna do it. That means you really want to do it. It's a plan, you know what I mean? So this video in particular wasn't intended to give y'all the game. It was for the guys, but it's just more so for me to let these ladies know what's what, and that there's nothing wrong with them asking you guys about what it was that you guys volunteered to do in the first place. Especially ladies, you know they running game. Another thing is when you follow up on what it was that you told them, what it was that they said they were going to do, and they get an attitude. Now, I'm not talking about they said they're going to take you somewhere and then y'all don't go like a week. I'm not talking about that. You have to assess the time frame, you know what I'm saying, for each of your individual situations. But I do know that when you ask somebody about something that they said they were going to do and they get an attitude, it could be for a couple different reasons. Maybe they had intentions on following up with it, but in your time frame they just didn't get it done quick enough. I don't know. You have to learn that. That's not something that you can learn right off the bat. That's why dating is dating. Like, you really have to get to know a person in order to be able to decipher what's real and what's not. Just a couple tips to keep you, you know, alert with what you got going on, and so you're not caught out there. Because if somebody tells you they're going to do something, they should do it, and they should not be getting mad at you because you expect them to do what they said they were going to do. It's different if you asked them to do something and they was like, well, I don't know about that, you know what I'm saying, I don't know. Especially if they usually do what you want them to do, and they just happen to be like, well, I don't know about that one, or something like that. I'm not talking about that. So definitely, like I said, be firm with what it is that you want, and if they promise you something, they better deliver. Okay, send and deliver. And that is that. So thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, I will see you in the next one. Bye guys. Oh my gosh, I just keep thinking of more and more stuff. Okay, and another thing, or should I put it in a separate video? I'm gonna give you guys one more piece of free game in this video that might save your life. If you think that he likes you and is ready to be in a serious, committed, monogamous relationship with you, and he has taken you to meet his parents, that's not a guarantee. Okay, just because a guy takes you to meet his parents doesn't necessarily mean that he cares about you. Trust me, okay? He could still very well be playing with you. Still. Okay, you better take it from me, girl. I remember one time I met the parents. Girl, they was like, and now this is somebody that said, you know, they talked about me so much, and, you know, my mom knows who you are, blah, 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 blah. Girl, when I met the mama, she said, now what did you say your name was again? Dead giveaway, sis. I will see you guys in my next one. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you're following me on Instagram, where I post